The bands now play Isle of Beauty. The names of the dead in our present wars are read out each week in the House of Commons. Their photographs are displayed in the newspapers. And Craig Barber was one of those faces. He was a private in the 2nd Battalion Royal Welsh. He was nearing the end of his second tour of duty in Iraq when he was killed driving his Warrior armoured vehicle.
Craig was very caring, you know, he always put people before himself. He was an amazing father, teaching Bradley everything. Craig was loud, but not in an obnoxious way, you know. If he was the only person in the house was full with just him, you know. He went out in the May, and it would have been our first wedding anniversary at the end of August. So he'd arranged his R&R to come back. When Craig died, it was 11 days before he's due to fly home for R&R. We do talk about him all the time. Sometimes he'll just come up with, "Oh, I miss my daddy."
Who's this?
My daddy loves me. That's me.
Yeah. He was a baby.
He kisses his pictures and he likes doing things that his daddy did, like going to play football and remembering going swimming with his dad and stuff like that, so it'll never be forgotten in his mind. When Craig died, I used to go and sit out in the garden by myself, my little bit of peace and quiet, time to think. And I used to look up at the top of the mountain. And just one day I thought, you know, I'm going to walk up that mountain on his first anniversary and I'm going to plant a flag there for him. And it's there for everybody to see.
This is where Craig played as a young boy in the forestries. This is where he came and played fox and hounds with all his friends, and he used to play armies in the forestry as well. The whole of this, he owned this. This was his valley. And this is where his army career began, really, for want of a better word. I says, "Hey, take the little dog with you." No, he gives the show away. He lets the enemy know where I am. And this is where he played. Oh, he was really proud. Gosh, the day he came home and said, "Mum, I'm a tank driver now and I've been chosen by the commander to drive his tank." That 4-year-old boy I had came back. That little spark in his eye, it was there. The phone rang. It was 20 to 12 in the night. Nobody rings me at 20 to 12 in the night. So when that phone rang, I knew before I picked that phone up there was bad news on the other end of the phone. And it was actually the notifying officer. Briefly started to introduce himself, and I said, "I'm going to stop you there, I've lost him." "Yes," he said, "we've lost him."
Craig died doing something he loved, but he was also doing something for the country. We're really proud of him. We want everybody to know that. We want people to know what he did.